a fairly sweet crude, just like they always have.
Yeah.
And now Alaskan oil goes to Japan, it goes to.
Yeah, that's where it says you went to
places.
Japan.
Yeah, most of it is Japan.
That's what I always say.
This is
I
appropriate.
used to haul those crackers in, the cracking things that crack the crude down.
Yeah,
I used to haul them, okay?
Cat cracker.
If,
Is that what he's talking about?
cat cracker.
Yep. I know a
What
lot
do
of
they call it,
guys that
cat
worked on that unit at the refinery in
It
Robinson.
has, what the cat cracker is a huge big vessel that has.
Did you get one of these,
A
Colin?
catalyst in it
didn't.
that
better have
enhances the
one.
cracking process. So they apply pressure, heat, and catalyst, and you get a much faster
is the-
reaction.
yeah,
Writings
Consequently,
of
you process
the girl that
crude
served as a
that oil
courier.
faster.
in that front
And that's
nursing
why it's
service.
called cat
Yeah.
crackers, catalyst cracking.
catalyst cracking.
Yeah.
I can read.
I used to haul them,
Catalytic cracking.
I used to,
And
There's a-
It was carbon moly steel.
oh my, big stuff,
Yeah, big stuff.
big stuff. There's a plant, they had tried a few years ago to get me to come in and cut it up because I had bid on a contract in the plant in Louisville to cut up the old Ashland plant, but it's still not gone, it's still sitting there. There's another plant in between India.
We're building they were gonna build 4 units. Well, they ended up only building 2. And half of those vessels were built in Italy, and the other half were built in Chattanooga, Tennessee, by Union Carbide.
Yeah.
They scrapped that much of the plant. So whatever
Susie made it.
Union Carbide had
Is it
built
hot?
or not built,
Stir it up.
they drug it down onto the bank of
Stir it
the
up.
Tennessee River and scrapped it.
Yeah.
And it's there for the taking.
What is it? I don't know, the last.
Who owns it?
Big stuff.
Steven,
Yeah.
That was
come on
about
together.
7 inches thick, 6 or 7 inches thick. And that was carbon moly also.
Yeah.
Who owns it?
I guess technically probably Exxon owns it.
They wouldn't care if you just came and took it away.
Process who went down there and cut it up and junked it.
Well, it's like me. I used to work with the Corps of Engineers quite a bit years ago. You know, get set up on that, and it's unbelievable what they'll offer you.
The Mississippi River is full of sunk floating equipment.
Yeah.
It literally is, because one year, my wife and I were in Memphis, which is on the river. And the river was the lowest had it been like back in early 1900s. And there was no matter of barges and ships and so forth
Onions make the world go round.
that were exposed, that hadn't been exposed probably for 50, 75 years.
Well, it's amazing what's down there. I mean, what's out there.
That's right.
It is amazing.
But you know, that was a real eye-opener for me to see how those Italians worked that 8-inch steel. I mean, they just rolled it up like it was 3/4-inch plate. Beats the shit out of me. And they take, those heads were formed in segments, 8s. Take 8 segments like pie-shaped pieces to make a head.
Yeah.
And they'd carve out that pie-shaped piece, put the roll on it, and fit them together, and notch them,
I had that
And
for a
then
long
weld
time.
it out.
That's cute.
Yeah.
I've got more.
beat anything I ever saw.
One that's.
They were welding,
It's got like 4
they had
cans in a row with.
the cans
bags and
made
ropes
up.
and Boots.
and they started to weld the vessel
I've got several of
together.
these little- I've
putting one can next to another.
Yeah.
And they rolled the can, and the welder was an automatic welding machine, followed the can as it rolled. And of course, they had preheat torches on it to heat the metal up.
Yeah, rosebuds.
Yep. All the way around. And they, on the night shift, they took the heat off too quick, and you could have heard the crack all over Ridley. It busted wide open. You imagine a weld 8 inches thick, busting open from
That's why we
cooling.
run our caddy
From
ones.
cooling. I mean, being a welder like you are, you can understand that.
Oh, I know it.
There's a guy up home that, it's actually where Thumper came from,
Yeah.
and 2 babies of Thumpers,
Yeah.
and he ain't right now. He's been through a wreck, motorcycle wreck, but he used to, his job was x-ray and welds
Oh,
on
yeah.
pipeline,
Yeah, yeah.
for just what you're talking about. To make sure they
Well,
are
you know-
intact and not gonna
You know, when they,
kablooey.
when they, another story about the Alaskan pipeline, the quality control contractor responsible to x-ray wells, he got a good set of films on a good weld, and he used the same set of films on all.
Repeated it.
Wonder how that ever happened.
And he sat in the cantina
He sat in the cantina.
the whole time.
And then, when they discovered this, I forget how many miles of that line, they had to go to every weld joint and cut out back away from the heat affected zone until they got into parent metal. Take that much pipe out of every joint,
Yeah,
and then shut that together and make a good weld.
yeah.
You don't hear about those stories.
Oh, I know it. Yeah.